And good morning. Welcome back to Daybreak. We're live from Market Hall, and these guys right here, all 56 Chevy owners, they're crazy for being out here, but they say that they're crazy anyway. By the way, we're live at Autorama, where there's a whole bunch of old classic, you don't call them old, I guess they're classic cars, and we're going to come back with some stories about them. You won't believe it, coming up.
Oh, my husband's going to love this. Thank you, Mike, for bringing this to us on this Friday morning. We'll be right back in 90 seconds. Maybe targeting you.
Also, Jackie, what's old is new again. Look at that. Wow. It's at Dallas Market Hall.
That's exactly right. Why do we remember our first car? Well, not only does this guy remember his first car, he found it again after about 40 years. His story coming up. Stay with us. Daybreak continues in a minute. Live at Autorama this morning, we all remember our first car. These guys remember it, and they have a special bond with it. One in particular, and we have their story coming up. Stay with us. Daybreak continues in a bit. Michael Scott, we've got gridlock in here. How about up there?
Yeah, we sure do. We've got it in.
We'll check in with the Y guy coming up next.
Oh, if you like cars, do not miss this. He is at the Big Car Arama. Look at those beautiful Chevys, right? We'll be right back. It's 6:45.
Hitting the road, but he's inside Market Hall.
It is part of the Autorama Car Show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. It is Autorama, or as they say in the rest of the country, Autorama. And a few specimens here celebrating birthdays. This baby, 50 years old. You know, you guys, how the old flame that you lost kind of comes back into your life after all those years? Happened to Joe. His marriage is fine. We're talking about his car. Take a look at this.
It's the classic story of finding a lost love nearly 50 years after they split up. Only in this case, the gleam in his eye comes from the reflection of chrome, metal, and glass.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call.
We all remember our first car. This was Joe Gajkowski's. He was 18, sold it a couple years later. Now this 56 Chevy just turned 50 years old. So, how did they get back together?
I think the chances of winning the lottery are better.
Joe recently picked up a used car magazine to show his wife what his old car looked like. Then he called the telephone number.
Tell me something about that car. He said, yeah, I took a 60 Corvette engine out of it.
Joe told the man, hey, I had a 60 Corvette engine in mine too. And then things really got weird.
And we went into more details, and it was quite a moving experience. And he says, well, I have your car.
Joe said, I guess you do have my car.
And that's when I got a lump in my throat.
Joe couldn't believe it. The car for sale used to be his. Decades later, their paths crossed again. Of course, he had to have it.
I knew I had to have it. So I scraped and scrimped around and see, how I could get all this, because they're not cheap anymore.
Oh, you're telling me when you bought it when you were 18, it was cheaper than today?
Gee. I don't know, I'd say at least 10 times cheaper.
Separated by miles and decades, somehow they found each other again. This time, Joe's not letting go.
Ah, what a great story with Joe. Hey, look at that shifty guy in the back seat. Who is that? All right, just one of these owners of the 56 Chevys here. Joe, how much did one of these cost back in 1956?
About $2,300.
Ah, is that what you paid for it this time?
I wish.
Okay, there you go. Autorama here at the Dallas Market Hall all weekend. It starts today at 3 p.m.
Oh, it's beautiful.
56 Chevy. What was your first car?
1988 Delta, a 1980 something Delta 88 Oldsmobile.
Yeah, I had a little Volkswagen Rabbit.
Oh, yeah,
little
that's
silver
cool.
one. It was cute. We'll be right back.